For many of us growing up, our vision of Yetzias Mitzrayim came through a movie called The Ten Commandments. Charlton Heston playing the role of Moshe Rabbeinu, and some British guy acting out as HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we have very many misinformed opinions of what happened at Yetzias Mitzrayim because of that movie. When I was growing up, I always pictured the Egyptian soldiers coming after Klal Yisrael right before they walked through the Yam Suf as a powerful army, unable to be defeated, and it was only through HaKadosh Baruch Hu's divine intervention that we were able to be saved. But the truth is that that's not what happened. Who were these Egyptian soldiers? For the last year of their life, they had been decimated by the Makos. Their livelihoods were taken away, their homes were destroyed, their children were killed. These were broken people. And how much did they have? They had given away all of their stuff to Klal Yisrael. So whereas we imagine this amazing army coming to defeat Klal Yisrael, the truth is very much the opposite. Klal Yisrael had a year of peace and harmony where they were learning from Moshe Rabbeinu, and they were the ones that were the broken people. So why is it that we were so afraid? Why is it that some of us wanted to commit suicide? Others said, let's just go back to Mitzrayim. Why did we see this army, and did it strike terror in our hearts? And the Ibn Ezra says, because when a person is your master, and you were the slave, psychologically, it's very hard to see yourself as bigger than your master. And that was the state of Klal Yisrael. Despite the fact that we had just witnessed incredible miracles, the 10 Makos, despite the fact that we were on our way out of Mitzrayim, when we saw the Mitzrim coming, we saw our masters. We know that an elephant is a very large creature. And the question is, how do you contain an elephant? Well, when an elephant is young, they tie him to a very small peg and they put that peg in the ground. And the elephant at a young age is unable to move because he's stuck to the peg. Now obviously as the elephant gets older, at a couple of tons, it's quite easy for the elephant to pull that peg out of the ground. But despite that, the elephant, when it's tied to the peg, stays still. And what's the reason for this? The reason is because so often, when we're young, we learn what we're capable of and what we're not capable of. That elephant learns when it's young, if I'm tied to a peg, I'm not capable of moving. And the same is true for us. We learned when we were young who we are and who we're not, and we're stuck. We see, this is our master. I'm never going to be good enough at fill in the blank. This is what it was like for Klal Yisrael. We were enslaved for 210 years. These were our masters. Are we truly free? Not if you still see these people as your masters. And for many of us, it's the same thing. I've always felt like I'm never going to be good enough at math. I'm always going to be never good enough at Gemara. And we're stuck. This is who we are. The solution is, Daber el b'nei Yisrael vayiso. You just have to keep going. You're not stuck. This is not the person that you are. You're so much bigger than that. Just keep going. You'll see that miraculous things will happen to you. And perhaps that's why it's the women that were zoche to bring the tambourines with them and to dance after Kriyas Yam Suf. Where did they get these tambourines from? The answer is, they knew it was coming. The women knew this is not all there is. And let them serve as an example to the rest of Klal Yisrael. Whereas you have your backs to the Yam Suf and you see your masters coming, the women had their backs to the Yam Suf and they knew there's got to be something more. And this is our opportunity in life. Don't get stuck. Don't be defined by the person that you once were. Daber el b'nei Yisrael vayiso. Just keep going. You'll see miraculous changes can occur in your life.